quite like hers, or a career quite so legendary. Recording, acting, directing, producing, Barbra Streisand has done them all. Now 72, she's releasing yet another album. This one is a collection of duets with an all-star cast of male vocalists. Streisand's talents have always been out of this world, but she recently sat down with CBCQ's Gian Gomeshi for a very down-to-earth chat.
Memories like the corners of my mind.
That voice, unmistakable.
First be a person who needs to be loved.
Those songs, unforgettable.
Sending the clown.
Barbra Streisand's persona is larger than life. She's dominated the entertainment world in song, stage, and screen for decades. Once even intimately linked to Canada's former Prime Minister, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, Streisand has worn the hat of outspoken political activist, too. But in a rare interview, the icon reveals some unexpected facts behind the public face and the public voice.
Barbra Streisand, what an honor. Great to get to talk to you.
Thank you, and thank you for saying my name properly. That's so unusual.
It occurs to me with this record. I mean, you're so famously prolific. There's so many. Well, yes.
Oh, in music, maybe.
In music, I mean, in all that you've done, there's so many creative directions you could go in. Why did this feel like the right time to do a duets record revisiting some of your greatest songs?
It was a great idea. You know, instead of having to look for 12 new songs, or 13, you know, my producers felt that they could do a good job with revisiting a lot of the standards that I've sung, but with a new twist, you know, as a duet.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
The new twist was pairing up with some of the world's greatest male vocalists, like Billy Joel, Lionel Richie, and Canada's own Michael Bublé.
When I wrote Evergreen, it was because I needed songs for my movie A Star Is Born.
But when you sing that song now, are you just thinking about singing the song, or do you lyrically think about that moment when you wrote it, or do you think about...
I may be thinking about chocolate cake. I don't know. I mean, the point is it's about love, right? Mm. And love is eternal. Love is what we look for, you know, when I was 30 years younger or now. Then it was about the characters in the movie. And now I'm not kidding you, I actually think if you're mentally really connected to the lyric, you know, I could be singing about Samantha, my coton de Tuileries dog. I could be singing about my husband, my son, and literally chocolate cake. You know, where I'm going to eat after. But most of the time, it's a love song.
There's a song on this, one of the songs on this record, New York State of Mind, written by Billy Joel.
It comes down to reality.
It's fine with me, 'cause I let it slide.
This is a romantic, almost a romanticized version of a romanticized New York. You've often talked about yourself as just a girl from Brooklyn.
We're in a New York state of mind.
Why is New York so much a part of your self-identity? What do you get from that?
It's like coming from the streets. There is a certain reality, a realistic feeling of having your feet on the ground. And growing up in the streets of Brooklyn, where we played in the gutter. So New York is in my blood, you know, it's like...
When you talk about Brooklyn in the early years, it was a difficult childhood. Your father dying young, your mother wanted you to be a secretary, you didn't grow up with a lot of material wealth. It's amazing to me that you had the confidence that you had, the strength to go into the arts, to go into singing, to go into acting, to all of what you did. Where did the confidence come from? Have you figured that out?
I think it's a form of expression, a need to express, by the way. And also, since I didn't have discipline, I was kind of like a wild child. We never ate dinner together at a table. I used to eat with one leg up. I didn't know that you're supposed to put a napkin on your lap. You know, we ate over a pot. I mean, my mother worked.
But how did you even know you could be a star, or you could do this?
I bossed my mother around because there was no father, right? And it was like, I remember being 10 years old and teaching her how to smoke. I didn't know how to smoke, really. But my mother looked funny if she tried it. And I said, no, it has to go sort of like that, you know. And I had no discipline. At least one moment.
If it's lack of discipline, well, it paid off in mountains of awards and accolades.
Your tender touch, your warm embrace.
Still, Barbra Streisand bluntly says she's no Bocelli.
I still can see your face. I was eating in an Italian restaurant with Bocelli many years ago, and it was my birthday the day before, and he started to sing Happy Birthday to me. You know, to hear Andrea Bocelli sing Happy Birthday to you was thrilling, yeah. And he's funny because I never sing unless I have to.
What does that mean?
I don't sing around the house. I don't sing in showers. I don't sing.
Ever? That would
And
come as a surprise to a lot of people, I think.
singing is like work to me. Singing is professional. Singing is something I do. I love recording, you know, putting on the headphones and singing to the music I love.
But around the house, it's not cathartic for Barbra Streisand?
No, never.
Really?
It's the opposite. As a matter of fact, if I sang Happy Birthday at a birthday party, I would probably sound lousy. But Bocelli, when I was at his house, you know, he will talk a sentence to you and then he will sing a sentence. Like, he loves to sing.
But
and
are
I
you
was
saying
fascinated.
you don't love to sing?
I love to sing in a recording studio. I don't go around singing, no. Someone told me, when is it my turn? Don't I get a dream for myself?
It may be hard to believe Barbra Streisand doesn't sing for fun, but there was a time in her career she hardly sang at all.
He touched me.
She forgot the words to one of her songs at a concert in Central Park and gave up performing live for the next 27 years.
Do you think of yourself as a competent person?
Yeah, I'm a paradox, I think. In my later life, I was explained the dichotomy, in a sense, because I was very vulnerable. I am very vulnerable, and I also have a sense of who I am.
So how do you feel you're vulnerable?
Oh, I get hurt easily, you know. I don't like anyone saying things about me that are not true, and that's all over the place.
Does vulnerability mean self-doubt sometimes?
Oh, enormous, yeah.
And how does, I mean, this is, you know, this would be quite remarkable to people that Barbra Streisand at this point would have self-doubt about anything.
Well, put it this way. I don't know. I do the work. I do the best that I think I can do. But if somebody said it's lousy, I could probably find why, you know, yeah, I could probably agree with them.
So very quickly, if someone said, is Barbra the legendary star or the kid from Brooklyn? Which one do you think you are?
Both.
What a pleasure.
Definitely
Thank you for
both.
this.
Thank you. I love your story, by the way, that you were telling me about. You said when you studied opera. I'll tell you why. Just tell that story.
The story very quickly is that I was taking singing lessons so I could try and save my voice as a pop singer in my early 20s, and I was with this opera coach, and he had a photo of you on the wall that he would point to during every lesson, and every time I screwed up, which was inevitably every time I sang, he would say, oh, you're just not like Streisand. You were the goal that he had set in terms of being a singer who knows how to sing without ruining their voice.
But the funny thing is, I never took lessons. So, I once thought I was losing my voice years ago, and I hired a teacher to come, and I said, you know, I really want to sing an E flat, and I can't hit it anymore. And he said, well, you know, I teach the Streisand method. I said, what is the Streisand method? I had no idea what he's talking about. All I know is during that lesson I went, look, I want to go like this, you know, and that was the E flat. I said, goodbye.
Wow.
I sang the E flat, didn't need them. But you see, every once in a while I get insecure and go, do you think I could do that?
Okay, but not everybody can just do what they want with their.
As a matter
You
of
had
fact, when
gifts.
people come to me and they sing and they say, you know, what do you do? And they say they take singing lessons, I say, don't. I'm bad at that. So, because I say, think about what you're saying.
Thank you for this.
Why?
Because it's been a
Thank
joy.
you. Thank
What a
you.
pleasure.
She's so great. You can hear Gion's full interview with Barbra Streisand tomorrow on Q. That's at 10 a.m. on CBC Radio 1 and 10:30 in Newfoundland. Just